I don't know if you can hear me or see me.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Rolynn's Reviews. As you can see, our wonderful sister, Miss Prosperity, is here. I will remove her. It looks like she's frozen, so I'm going to remove her for now and let her rejoin us. All right. Do me one small favor, please. As you enter the chat room, please hit the little thumb. That is the like button. That tells YouTube that you are enjoying this content. Oh my goodness. All of the usual suspects are here. Okay. Let's see. We're going to give our great sister some time to join us again. And we know she was setting it on fire at the city council meetings this past week. And so thank God she is doing the work that she's doing. She's laying the blueprint. She is definitely showing other people how they need to do it. Do not allow yourself to be just run over, right? You have to fight for your rights. Okay, let me send her a text so that she can rejoin us. And I hope everyone's having a nice, okay, there she is. All right, there she is. All right. Everyone say hello to Miss Prosperity. I think I've gotten her calmed down. I don't know.
Hi, everyone.
Look, I am not a miracle worker. I've been trying. Oh my God. What are we going to do with Miss Prosperity?
Hi, everyone. Yeah, I don't know what happened when you went live. I went off.
That's okay. You're back now. That's all that counts. And as you can see, Miss Prosperity, the usual suspects are here. Everyone say hello to Miss Prosperity. Right. Yes, our sisters and brothers are in the chat. And Miss Prosperity, please go ahead and drop your channel link.
Okay.
Because I see a couple of people who haven't been here in a while, and we want to make sure that they are all subbed up to your channel. All right. Caesar, of course, is here. How you doing? Thanks for your support. And Mayor, hold on. What is this? Let me get rid of this. Citizen Kane, hello. How are you doing? Ruthie is here, of course. Tube Steak, Tina, my girls, the delinquent. Doreen, of course, Miss Prosperity. Doreen lives there in Chicago, I think, as well. So she knows exactly what you're experiencing. Rican gal, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Glad that you are here. Nothing, Rican gal. Same old, same old. Maga Tamara. Yeah, Maga's here. Good. And so my girls is laughing. So
what you laughing about?
She probably seen your video where you were. She wound up getting thrown out. You know, when she goes to those city council meetings, I told her when the great emperor Brandon Johnson, when he looks up and sees her face, he's like, dope, you know, like Homer Simpson. She's like a bad rash. She keeps coming back. Thank God. She won't go away. Oh my God. Dorian, hello, dear. And so could you explain to us before I start the video, Miss Prosperity, the very first video that we're looking at, you were speaking live, telling the truth and exposing the devil that is Emperor Brandon Johnson.
Oh, yes. Yes, I can speak to that.
Yes, ma'am.
It's when you had enough. A lot of you all know that I've been at this since 2023.
Yes, ma'am.
When I started going down to the city council meetings, hollering and screaming along with the rest of the crews out there about this sanctuary city crap. I'm going to call it that because I know I'm going to have to repent before this is all well and done. I am not the perfect saint. I am not the perfect person. I do fall short. I'm just putting that disclaimer out there right now.
Yay!
But I do catch myself after I come out from the blackout zone. Okay?
We appreciate but Miss Prosperity, seriously, as we've said before, how you doing, Ruby? We've said you are laying the blueprint. You are showing other people who may reside in sanctuary cities. You don't sit up and just let them run roughshod over you, jack up your property taxes, take your homes. You're showing the people what they need to be doing so that they don't go the way of LA, like we discussed earlier. So people keep voting for the Democrats, and yeah, they're not going to come out and tell you you can't live here, but it's called de facto segregation. They price you out. So again, you keep voting for the people and you're voting for your own demise.
Exactly.
So we're going to get this first video going. All right. Everybody say a quick prayer for our sister.
Our next speaker is Prosperity Group.
4.5 minutes over.
Hello, everyone. Let's start off with a scripture called 1 Samuel 8. Every one of you read it and see if it does not apply to City Hall right here today. Read it. Check it out. Now, let's go back. I'm going to do some review. Brandon, you were selected. You were not the elected mayor of the city of Chicago, and I'm just going to keep it 100. We know who was actually supposed to be in that role. I am over 2 decades long now of being a conservative because of the actions that go on in this city. For you pastors that came down here supporting and endorsing this man right here, you all, I told your congregants to go to your pastors and get your property tax paid because they all endorsed him.
Boom. Okay. That's a truth bomb, folks. Did she not tell them the truth? You're voting for this man who squandered billions of dollars on illegals, and now you've already paid for it once. You're paying for it again. And Miss Prosperity, we've talked. They are taking, so you're black. You keep voting for black people because they look like you, stupid. These are the people taking your homes. I'm just asking for a friend. Are you slow? Are you stupid or something?
Speak.
You're voting for someone. Because the Democrats place someone in front of you whose skin tone looks like yours. Or this will be the first woman. This will be the first black. You're the only person losing. So, Miss Prosperity, make it make sense to me. I don't get this.
I cannot make it make sense to you because it has no sense to it.
Right.
It literally has no sense to continuously bring ourselves to our own demise. This has been going on for centuries, where Black people have been constantly forking over the things that they worked hard for, have inherited, and not opening their eyes to see who the real enemy is.
Yes.
While they have you focused up here on Trump, it's the local politics that's driving us down the drain.
No lies were detected in that statement. I will continue.
Go to the root of the matter. Don't keep looking at the surface. Let's talk about also your relationship with Governor Pritzker. We know that that's really in the fire. while you giving money from Chicago taxpayers, let's forget about the working people that y'all call it, because y'all like to use these different names for what it actually is. We're talking about the citizens. And for those who are migrants, I do support you legally. But those of you who've been here for 10, 30, 40, 50, 60 years and never became legal, that's your fault.
Again, no lies were detected, and that's you've been here that long and you didn't get your paperwork together. You need to be deported for being stupid. I'm just saying. I have no sympathy for you.
No.
Don't kill him.
So let's keep that 100 on where that's going. Now, when we're talking about cutting off our funding from President Trump, it's because of you, Mr. Sir.
All right.
You are the reason. Because you keep giving it to these illegal aliens. Oh, you don't like the name, huh? But I'm going to call it out. Because see, you keep telling us things that are not true. I busted you on telling us when I said you told the police to stand down, you said you didn't. Well, I went and did the investigation, and it came from the mouths directly. You're the leader of the pack. So, Mr. Johnson, as people call you, Mr. President, as people want to call you, I call you Brandon Johnson because I didn't elect you. I didn't select you. I stood on principles. The working people of Chicago, as you call it, are citizens who have morals and values for the city of Chicago, not Elgin or any other place or country up in here. So when you say you're representing us, you are not representing us because you're not like us. You don't even take the stands of us. I'm native here, born, raised, and know this city. As I said before.
Don't prosperity. Don't prosperity.
With that commentary, I think I'm going to have to give her 2 more truths. The first one. Yes. OMG. How you doing, Jeremiah? Miss Prosperity, again, you are laying the groundwork. You are showing the other people this is what you need to do. And thank God you have the energy that you have and you are not backing down. Thank God. Because this is not right. And I'm glad you are calling it out. And
Have to.
Yeah.
Have to.
So
there's no other way to keep just watching this. If anybody can sit idly by and continue to watch evil lurk and loom and overtake, you really got to question yourself.
And
there's multiple ways about doing things. Everybody can't get down to City Hall. I get it.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? But when we're putting out this content, share it. When we're putting out this content, give it the thumbs up so the algorithm and these platforms will send this information out and about. Many of us that are out here trying to get people's eyes open to the reality and the truth. Why are we being loyal to someone who's not loyal to us?
Say it again for the people in the back, please, Miss Prosperity.
You want me to scream that?
Yes, please.
Why?
OMG. How you doing?
Are we being loyal?
Yes.
To someone who's not loyal to us.
It's a bad relationship. And again, the Black Americans, many are remaining in an abusive relationship with the Democratic Party. And they're not going to do anything for you. They just ask for your votes. And the song that it makes me think of is a song by Journey. You make me weak and wanna die just in peace. You said we tried. Yes, don't let them raise your property. Yes, Ruthie, exactly. How you doing, Robert? Again, for the people who aren't out there fighting. And just think, Miss Prosperity's out there on the front line. You know, some of those older people, they don't have the energy to get out there and fight, but Miss Prosperity does. And so thank God she is able to get out there and fight. Because and look at for the Black Americans that voted for the Curry Queen, Kamala Harris, and they're the 92%. I don't know about you, Miss Prosperity. I am proud not to be a part of that 92%. How about you?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I was doing so much posting at that time in content creation for people to open their eyes and do not support that person.
Could you imagine?
She is not our representative.
No, ma'am, no, sir. How you doing, Patriot? And so this is where we are. Hey, keep fighting. You know we support you. We stand with you. We stand with Chicago. Ruby said, "Club 8% rule." Right, Ruby. Yes, I am
Ruby.
proud. I am a proud American. I'm glad I am not part of the 92%.
Yes, Lord.
I think on my own. I am not into group think. All right, we're going to cue up this next video that our great sister has for us. And let's see what's going on here.
We'll get involved with the problem that these Hispanics are dealing with ICE and the illegals with ICE. See there, you all know that Brandon Johnson is a complete failure.
Woo! Okay, can I get an amen?
Amen.
And this guy right here, he's a retired military guy, I think, correct?
Yes. That's
So-
Dennis White. Yes.
Okay, so this guy served his country. So let's see what he's saying.
You all know Brandon Johnson is an idiot. You all know Brandon Johnson don't know how to use money to save the city. Now, these businesses are leaving like it's never happened before. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna address something to the aldermen. You are the most disrespectful alderman that I've been here. I haven't been here a year yet. Some of you all on your cell phone, you talking to somebody else. Brandon Johnson, he don't show no respect. City is like going down to hell. You can shake your head all you want to, sir, but you know it's true. You can shake your head all you want to. But
to prosperities.
Okay, yeah, he's laying it down. This is our sister right here. Let's see what she's saying.
Channel. Whether it is winter, spring, summer, or fall, rain, sun, leaves, or snow, we will bring you news from Chicago and keep you in the know. Now, let's get started with the show and bring that respect for Chicago's Black vet.
Next up is Dennis White.
Welcome to this compilation of fire. Hit the free like button to share this post. Thanks.
Prosperity, read the chat from Brenda. You might be inspiring me to write a tune about prosperity. Don't back down. Woo!
Go ahead.
Go on with your bad self. Hey. Go ahead, write a sister, babe. Write a song about her. That sounds good to me.
Okay.
this is a little education with a warning. The education is this here. All the aldermen that flew in their own home country flag, I have not seen not one with a United States flag.
Okay, so you hear this guy who served in the military. He's telling you the same things that our great sister tells us. So these people, people need to remember this. These aldermen, they need to go. All right. So you need to watch how, for those of you in Chicago who are voting for these aldermen, you need to watch how they're voting, and you need to get these people out of here. These people who all they care about is supporting the Democratic agenda for these illegals. You need to get them out ASAP. Okay.
Yes.
How you doing, Monique?
This is definitely a strong advocate that you all are hearing from, named Dennis White.
Dennis
he has
White.
been down there on the mic. He has been spitting out nothing but truth bombs. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
So let's hear it.
Yes, ma'am. Here we go. And he's showing, look at how Miss Prosperity's video here showing these illegals burning the American flag. Get these people out of here.
So that's the education. The education is when Jessica Fuentes was at that hospital confronting the ICE agent and got handcuffed. She staged that. But what I don't understand is when everybody get the protests from Elgin, Mount Prospect, Carbondale, everywhere. None of it's not from the South Side or the West Side. But when something happened for blacks and when we need something, I haven't seen no Hispanic alderman, no Hispanic resident, if they legal, have not helped us fight with the cause. You can shake your head all you want to, sir, but you know it's true. You can shake your head all you want to. But here's the thing. Black people is not going to get involved with the problem that these Hispanics are dealing with ICE and the illegals with ICE. You think what happened on 75th is bad? You have not seen nothing yet that what's going to be worse. So be prepared, because they always say there's a calm before the storm.
And he's absolutely right. How you doing, Mr. Margaret tomorrow? So Miss Prosperity, can you explain to Mr. Margaret tomorrow the duties of the aldermen? Of course, you know, they work for they're supposed to be working for their constituents, but we're working for the great emperor. But could you explain that to Mr. Margaret tomorrow, please?
So look at it as this, like with the legislative, that's the part that they are involved with. They're supposed to be our representatives from every ward in Chicago.
Right.
We have 50 wards that they are supposed to represent us. And their role is to oversee the things that the mayor is doing, and their role as well. So when people look at it as the mayor is higher than them, the mayor does not hire them. We hire them as our representatives. So as one alderman told me yesterday when I asked him where was his fearless leader, he said, who the F supposed to be my fearless leader? That's my colleague. That's how he responded. I'm just saying.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Everyone, please hit that like button. With 55 people in here, only 41 people have hit the like button. Miss Prosperity, please drop your channel link. If you have not already, please go ahead and subscribe. She is our boots on the ground. Citizen also provides us with information. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. Yes, Ruthie, there's only one flag, the American flag. Thank you.
And you aldermen are sworn, if y'all understand, you all sworn to keep the citizens safe in your ward. But crime is going up. Brandon Johnson say crime is down. The crime rate is down. J.B. Pritzker say crime rate is down. But guess what? We experience it every day that crime is not down at all. It's going up.
And if you can see, as he's talking, our great sister Prosperity, and you can look at this video on your own. And you know, Prosperity's been here multiple times, and we've been talking about the crime. How you doing, Threads of Hera? Welcome, love. And so we know our great sister told us the crime statistics have been manipulated. We know that. So we're not even listening to what Emperor Johnson says or Pritzker has to say about the crime stats. So we're listening to Prosperity because she told us from the get-go what was going on with those crime stats. So yeah, Citizen Kane, the alderfolk are the elected legislators who represent the 50 wards and have oversight over the mayor as chief executive. The alderfolk and mayor are co-equal branches of Chicago government. Yeah, co-evil. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Look at Brenda.
Brenda, don't mess with Prosperity because you would be playing. Oh, one of my favorite Rolling Stone songs. Oh, play with me because you're playing with fire. Yeah, there we go. Pritzker the pig. Okay, Tijuana, you got it.
And then what's going to happen when Brandon Johnson get elected out of office? What you going to do? You going to hire Chuy Garcia to run for office? He ain't haven't even make no.
Excellent point. MAGA tomorrow. When I vote for a politician, I'm not voting for who's going to do more for the white community. I vote on who's going to do most for the American people. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. Boom. We're in the mess that we're in because that's not how most people operate, because the Democrats will stick someone in front of Black America. See, we're the party of diversity, equity, inclusion, and tolerance.
Right.
Look at this Black person here. This Black person will be the first fill in the blank, or the first female. Vote for this person. We're making history. I don't care about history. What are your policies? I don't care about that. That's why we're in the situation that we're in. Stop it with history. I don't care. Prosperity does not care. Neither one of us cares. We don't.
Nope.
Right, Margaret Hart Tillman was the first Black person ever in politics, and she was a Republican. Facts. All right, here we go.
Policy so far since he became Congress. So here's the warning. If you don't get it straight, we're going to straighten it. We're going to show you how we're going to straighten it out here in the city of Chicago, because we had enough. And all of y'all over here looking at your cell phone and stuff, look at you. You looking at your cell phone right now. You're not going to look at me straight in the eye and stuff, but we're going to straighten it out. You see that? And then Brandon Johnson over here signed a ridiculous order, that ridiculous piece of paper talking about ice-free zone. What is an ice-free zone? He's a social study teacher. He knows that the federal government override the local government. So you're going to have to do better, or else we're going to do it for you. Because if any illegal harm any women, children, elderly, we're going to take it upon ourselves to use our Second Amendment right, and we're going to exercise it on you all.
And we know that they have been. We've done videos on that, but they won't say anything about these illegals and the crimes that they're committing. That's why I love that everything is now being exposed. Brenda, she will tell you like it is, whether you like it or not. Don't mess with prosperity because you're playing with fire. Yeah. Black Navy American vet, welcome to the channel. Let us know if you are new here so we can give you a warm Rollyn's Reviews welcome. I was watching your channel when Trump, gosh, I'll never forget. Oh, yeah, you were with me then. Yeah, I was live when Trump was, I was live when that happened. Mayor Mohawk needs to be impeached. Boom. What do you expect when you give a multi-billion-dollar budget to a 5th grade social studies teacher? Good point. Wow, no respect looking at cell phones while he's talking. Ruthie, that's all they do is treat the people who come up to the microphone. They treat them all, they just treat them with disrespect. They don't care what they're saying. Tijuana said, let's go, Brandon Johnson. Let's get him out of Chicago. Yes. All right.
Shake your head and see how many bodies. One of your people got sent in a body bag. Remember 2 months ago, I say, bustle body bag.
I missed that.
Here is Dennis White.
If you are enjoying this reality, hit the like button for me.
Wow.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
The question is, when are y'all going to stop spending and start cutting unnecessary spending here in Chicago? I see every time you have homeless veterans, you have homeless Blacks on the south and west side.
So I have to take care of my bills, and if I can do that, unassisted, so therefore that measure of responsibility keeps me more so grounded than just.
My life was great, but then I got sick, just stressed out, and I wasn't able to work because of my mental state. It was straight downhill from there. I lost my job and my wife too. That's what I was talking about. Everything started going backwards. Eventually, I couldn't pay the rent, so I took the last of the money I had and went and stayed in my car. Could have went and stayed with my daughter, but I'm not going to try to put my burden on no one else, especially my kids. So, but I never even told them that I was homeless.
Where's the money for the homeless American veterans, Brandon? Oh, that's right. This is sickening. It's oh,
Exactly.
this is what angers me. Someone who served their country and they're homeless. But
Right.
you roll out that red carpet for the illegals. See, and that's where I have a problem.
Major.
And one day I went to get me something to eat, and when I came back, my car was gone. Yeah.
The city is like going down to hell because Brandon Johnson's keep on saying we spending on affordable housing. We all know that every time when it's close to the end of the fiscal year, everybody running up here doing these committee budget meeting, finance meeting, and they want to do a tax increase. They want to find out where the money is because
Vinyl, welcome to the channel, love. Vinyl Pilled says that money went for Maria's apartment for her kid. Okay. Oh boy.
Whole bunch of Marias.
Right. Yet come next election, 88% of blacks in Chicago will still vote for Democrats. Oh, and see, that's what's driving me insane.
You know, it's unfortunate that many of them gonna have to end up homeless to open up their freaking eyes.
Yes.
Because Trump had nothing to do with our tax increases on these properties.
No.
Trump had nothing to do with a lot of things that are going on here in Chicago. He's the only one that has come to our aid to cut off these finances that have been coming in here, because Brandon would have had more money to just give to those freaking illegal aliens.
Yep.
He was not and do not think to help anybody else but them. And that's why I believe there's a lot more going on behind the scenes. If you got to walk around with all these police officers protecting you, your family, there is a whole bigger matter that's going on behind the scenes.
Boom.
And Brandon not okay.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
He's not standing down. He's still pushing forward. He got a fear for something, and you all know what it more likely is.
Yep. Oh my God. Vinyl Pilled. Let me know if you are new here so we can give you a nice warm Rollyn's Reviews welcome. Miss Prosperity, please drop your channel link so we can make sure everyone is subbed up to your channel.
Okay,
he's been trying to help you guys. Trump has been trying to hold it together. Yes, Vinyl Pilled. Trump is the only one that's been helping. Remember, Trump said beautiful black women in Chicago were asking him to come and help them. So they need to remember that when it's time to vote. Stop voting for these Democrats. They're the ones that are causing you all these issues.
Donald Trump already made his promise that he's going to freeze up.
Okay, everyone, welcome. Vinyl, make sure that you have hit. Vinyl said that they are new. So welcome to the channel. Make sure you are subscribed and it is on all notifications. All right. And make sure Vinyl Pill, you see Prosperity dropped her channel link. Please make sure you sub up to her channel. Thank you so much. Everyone give Vinyl a nice warm thank you so much, Vinyl. Everyone give Vinyl a nice warm welcome.
This federal funding here in this state because J.B. Pritzker and Brandon Johnson do not want to help Donald Trump trying to get these illegal aliens out of here in the city of Chicago. The money you all talk about affordable housing. When are y'all going to put some money in the police budget that y'all want to take $92 million out of it so more crime could
First 2
increase?
years, the fact of the matter is we are driving violence down in this city and we're using every single resource that's available to us. Jails and incarceration and law enforcement is a sickness that has not led to safe communities.
So the cartels could put money in some of these aldermen's pocket, like Byron Cincho Lopez, Jessica Fuentes, and then everybody else who betrayed the black voters on the South and West side, who betrayed everybody else. Then you got this so-called social study teacher who don't know nothing about the Constitution, but then he talking about a black man is free, a black man this. He's the worst black politician towards black people after his twin brother Lori Lightfoot that go vote out.
Remember, yeah, she was so bad. And then they voted for another Democrat. Oh, Yes, Monique. Monique says, love Trump and all he does for our veterans. Yes, yes, yes. Mayor Johnson would follow federal laws if he would get federal money. Tina, that's why Trump is going to cut them off. You're going to adhere to the rules, and that none of them can make it without federal money. Michael, I hope you have a beautiful birthday, love.
Office. So my thing is this here. When are we going to stop voting for these so-called black traitors that keep us down in a barrel like a bunch of crabs and more likely lie to us through the church? Because I'm surprised that the church didn't catch on fire when Brandon Johnson was lying and stuff. I'm surprised that lightning didn't strike Brandon Johnson every time he opened his mouth. And we got to worry about when the next teacher strike going to come, because now he going to say affordable houses and stuff. But guess what? No money is not going to help except those who disobey every law. And those are these illegals. You got to stop these spending and do a lot more of these cuttings and stuff, because these spendings are beyond unnecessary. We don't have no money here in Chicago. We don't have no money for this project, because what Ms. Jackson say, the question is, who is going to benefit? Blacks, residents, or these illegals and stuff? Because every time ICE is here, y'all over here protesting with them and stuff.
Thank you, Mr. White.
Next, we'll have our final speaker is Dennis White.
The compilation.
Okay, so is this the last clip, sister? From
yes.
Okay.
Yes, of Dennis.
Okay.
Spending, spending, spending. That's the name of the game. Taxes. Spending money on parks, field houses, corporate taxes, yacht taxes, social media taxes. But nobody ain't saying nothing about how to save money for the investment of the city. And that's the title for Brandon Johnson. He's looking for investment, but is he investing it on the south side, the west side, or is he investment for the illegal aliens? That's the question it is. Now, all you aldermen that's in this chamber, you are responsible to say no. But every time there is a budget meeting, aye. Financial meeting, aye. Any meeting y'all say is aye. I have not heard not one no from you all. It's like you all are afraid of Brandon Johnson, or Brandon Johnson is putting money under the table for the greed. And then everything he say is like a habit of a liar. And Brandon Johnson always know how to lie, because his protege, George Soros, and the cartel teach him how to lie. He over here want to attack Trump. Everything he screwed up, it's on Trump. But see there, you all know that Brandon Johnson is a complete failure.
Yep.
You all know Brandon Johnson is an idiot. You all know Brandon Johnson don't know how to use money to save the city. Now, these businesses are leaving like it's never happened before. And I'm gonna tell you something, I'm gonna address something to the aldermen. You are the most disrespectful alderman that I've been here. I haven't been here a year yet. Some of you are on your cell phone, you talking to somebody else. Brandon Johnson, he don't show no respect for nobody who speak to him. This is a problem we have right here. And I'm gonna say this with a severe warning. Your seats are gonna be taken before then. Brandon Johnson's seat gonna be taken, or else he gonna do some serious jail time. And I hope the jail time come before his seat is taken, because that's one thing I would like to see. Brandon Johnson is very incompetent, but for you all to vote for what Brandon Johnson wanted, it's like you all just as disgraceful as he is.
Yep.
So just remember this warning, because 2025 was not good for him. It's not going good because ICE is here. He's snatching these illegal out here. And then these aldermen who don't live in Bridgeview, they want to protest in Bridgeview. Y'all can't even do nothing for the city, but you want to go to Bridgeview to protest.
If you enjoyed this content, like, share, comment, and subscribe all for alerts.
I mean, no lies were detected. Where did they go? They couldn't take the rude thing.
Ooh, yes.
They're unafraid of Brandon Johnson now. The alder folk are daring him to veto the alternative budget and force the city into a shutdown. So, yeah, hit the like button, folks. So, yeah, this is what we're bringing you, this footage. And thank God, our great sister is there, and she is exposing it all. I love it. And let me show you the next clip. This guy is full of it, but again, he doesn't care. He has his money. So, there you go. Let me cue up the next video. Miss Prosperity, what are your thoughts on what the Army vet just stated?
Actually, I'm reading all messages as much as I can, but I did not see the Army vest. Is it further up?
No, I mean, just from everything he said, I mean, and you're actually there in close proximity to him. And I'm sure he gets a lot of respect.
The veterans here, because my husband is also a veteran,
right,
by the way, and the veterans here do not get hardly any respect. Their biggest respect is going to these illegals. And Brandon hates the word illegal alien, as Citizen Kane has said that and brought it forth. And now when I public speak, I make sure to say the word that cringes him, illegal alien.
Every Democrat.
Illegal alien.
Use the word illegal, they lose it. They lose it.
Mm-hmm. They don't want to accept it.
Nope.
But yeah, the vets here, no respect. No respect at all. It's as if you all did nothing. I actually had a video of a vet who was laying on the ground downtown Chicago. And I made a point to mention that because I said, this is what we're seeing. That's a veteran, but yet these illegals, they're giving them homes.
Yeah.
Amongst other things. So when I say homes, you all, I'm not talking about apartments. I'm talking homes.
Homes.
I'm talking property taxes that are very much lower than what us citizens pay. Okay? So yeah, I got a bone to pick. I'm the right one. As the officer told me yesterday, when I had went down there Thursday and I did that public speaking, he's gonna tell me that, and I come to learn that he's new, but see, new is no excuse to be effing with me, okay? So he gonna tell me that bag, is that your bag? He only came to me. He didn't go to nobody else, only me, to say that, is that your bag? And I had went to the restroom and I left my bag down there with someone watching it.
Right.
And by the time I get back, I said, yeah, that's my bag. And he says, well, that bag is can't go into the meeting. I says, why not? He says, because it's too big. And I says, no, it's not. It's the same equipment bag that I've been bringing down here off and on for the last 2 years. He says, well, I don't know about all that, but I'm going to tell you that bag is not getting in here. So now I'm having a conversation back and forth with him. And he tells me, I'm not going to argue with you. I said, it's not a point of arguing. It's a point of facts. So they have this little wooden box that your bag is supposed to be sized up in. So I placed the bag in the wooden box. And it was one of the bags that's like a cloth, heavy duty Army material cloth.
Right.
And he's going to tell me that bag's still not going in there. I said, so what am I supposed to do with this bag then? He says, well, you can leave it there on the table. I said, oh, so I can leave $1,000 of equipment on the table and nobody's going to be responsible for that. Is that what I'm understanding you saying?
Oh, wow.
And he said, well, it's your choice. You can leave the bag there or you can take it somewhere else, but you can't take it into the meeting. Then I said, oh, so you're not going to say nothing to anybody else. Now, there's a Hispanic guy down there. There's a white guy down there, but he's not saying it to anyone else. He literally just came and chose me and told me that. So by the time I get up there to get my bag checked, I had to have my husband come get the bag, take it back to the vehicle in the parking garage. and then I carry as many things as I can in my pockets and so forth.
Yeah.
By the time I get there, now we got a black female police officer who's basically siding with this person. Try not to call her name. Siding with him. So now I'm venting about what they're pulling, and I said, "Oh, no, this is not over." I went to find the head dog over there and placed the complaint. I said, "No, you better go check that one down there, because he obviously don't know who I am, but he gonna find out."
Oh God.
I'm not playing this game. I don't do this game stuff.
Yeah.
So I go and tell him. Then one of the officers says, "I'm going to talk to him right now. I'm going to let him know." Ever since that happened on Thursday, there's been a whole change up in the whole police force down there. "Oh, I heard about what happened. Oh, I heard about." Yeah, you go hear about what happened. Y'all try to check me when I'm in the right, you're going to get checked. And I told the officer yesterday, I said, "Oh, he had the wrong one." Then he said, "No, he had the right one, because he learned his lesson, didn't he?"
Okay. All right. Thank you for that, Sister Prosperity. How you doing, Shazee? Let's go ahead and see what this the great emperor is saying in this clip.
Topic of trust. The Chicago mayor calls others a liar, and they can't be trusted, but let's pull some receipts on him about the truth.
Good afternoon.
So what has become of the accounting on your on the spending for your reparations plan that you promised on the record to get back with us 5 weeks ago? I mean, what's the caper with the paper? Why is it taking so long?
Well, look, we have put the $500,000 into this reparations working group. That working group is meeting, and so those dollars are actually going towards the work that the working group is doing.
And let me say this: when you provided billions of dollars to illegals, Sir Emperor Johnson, I don't recall you forming a reparations committee or any type of committee. All you did was welcome them, and then you cut the check. Maybe I was asleep. Maybe I missed it. If people aren't intelligent enough to see, they are gaslighting them. Why aren't they asking these questions? I mean, I'm asking for a friend. Non-American citizens, you didn't form any committees. All you did was cut the checks.
Correct.
All these Black Americans sitting around listening to this malarkey, thinking you're going to get a check, because now they're forming a reparations committee. Why aren't you asking them? You did not form a committee for non-American citizens, sir. You just cut checks. Why are you forming a committee for citizens? I'll wait. Brenda, there's a fitting song for Brandon that used to play in all your Misty Dingy bars. What's the name of that song? How you doing, Lord Tarakin? Hello, love. Everyone hit that like button, share out the stream. So I'm saying, because the California and all these other places, when it's time to vote, now they're all talking about reparations. Oh, we're forming a committee. Stop with these lies. Why aren't the Black Americans who still vote for Democrats? Why are you not asking these questions? First of all, you're not going to get any reparations. You can't be that dense. Please. Come on. They didn't have any committee meetings. They had nothing. They just cut the checks.
Cut it.
Just cut am I lying?
Cut it.
Okay. So if you're still sitting around thinking that the Democrats are giving you some reparations, you need to go somewhere and just commit yourself, because it's not happening. Okay, it's not.
That's right.
Right, Michael. Blacks won't get reparations. This is just a carrot of a stick to keep blacks on the Democratic plantation. Michael, I said the same thing.
Boom.
That's the second one. Okay, one more. What I'm saying, what bothers me, why can't people see that you're not getting any reparations? Stop it. You need to ask them for the 92% who are still voting for Democrats, ask them, why didn't you hold a committee meeting to see if illegals would get checks? You see what I'm saying? No one's asking that question. Boom. How you doing, Louis Fuller? Good evening. How are you? Hit that like button. Thank you so much. Let's continue before I go off again.
Well, I'll ask our budget director to get an account for the $500,000 that's there. But that money is being spent to service to make sure that reparations become something that is not just a study, but a way in which we can actually demonstrate how do we build equity across the city.
That's about 2 months late. Yeah.
So I'm going to let you try to answer the question that Justin asked again. You know, you began this news conference talking about these groups are misleading, confusing Chicago, trying to lie and trick people.
Mm-hmm.
The CTU ad uses the word billionaire. It is a fact that some of these companies that will be paying this head tax are not billionaire owners. And it is a fact that the aldermen have not come up with a proposal for a property tax hike. So again, how can you call those ads misleading, but not the CTU ad misleading?
Well, first of all, the alders have not come up with any proposal. We've just heard speculation. And so what you're simply going off of is speculation. We have not received.
That's what CTU was going off of, is speculation.
No, we have not received any proposal, right? And what I've said repeatedly, though, is that there are a number of alders that have come to us and have had conversations with my administration around increasing the property taxes. And I told them no, simply put, right? And so, you know, I think what's most important here to note is that you have millionaires, individuals who won't even disclose themselves, who are lying to the public.
This man in no way, shape, or form should ever allow those words to leave his lips. Talking about, and they're always deflecting, talking about millionaires. Sir, you're a millionaire. Shut up. Stop it.
Some businesses say that if that is the case, if this, obviously this money would be earmarked towards violence, anti-violence initiatives, will there be any type of accountability to make sure that the money that generated from the head tax will actually go to, or are these groups going to be vetted? Are there going to be audits of some of these groups? I mean, is that even happening now? I mean, that is a complaint that I have heard from business groups, that they don't trust your administration that the money raised from the head tax would actually go towards groups that may, be accountable or not accountable.
This is exactly why President Trump cut funding off.
That's right.
The lies.
Exactly. Oh my God. This guy he needs to go get some help. I mean, for real. Wow.
Yes. I don't know what's going to help him, because he's already so medicated up that he don't know if he's coming or going half the time.
You're the one causing them to have panic and anxiety attacks.
Having enough, man. He's not fleeing. He's not leaving.
I know. God.
He has to go.
Yes. He needs to. He really needs to. All right. Just fast forward him when he speaks. Yes. Yes, Black Navy vet. Brandon Johnson would have been sucking up to the master and holding a shotgun on the other blacks, like in the movie Life. Yes. Let's get the likes up, folks. All right. Thank you, Ruby. All right. So I think this is the video where they finally just got tired of you and threw you out, Prosperity. Woo, here we go.
Year end. The clock is ticking, and so is our patience. A few aldermen stepped up to the plate to speak. What is the root of Chicago's problem? Let's go.
Our next speaker this morning is Amy Masters.
Okay, let's see where we are here.
Good morning, Mayor Johnson and members of the council. My name is Amy Masters, and I'm with the Building Owners and Managers Association of Chicago, or BOMA Chicago. We represent about 240 large office buildings in the city of Chicago. I want to speak to two narratives that have taken hold about the alternative budget. One is about the unpaid debts owed to the city, and the other is about the head tax. First, the debt. We keep hearing arguments about who can't pay, but we're talking about $8 billion of unpaid debt. And the alternative budget only aims to collect an additional $90 million, a tiny fraction of that amount. Many individuals and businesses that owe money can afford to pay. No one wants to burden people facing real hardship, but those who can pay their debts should. And if the city doesn't collect what's owed, then why do we charge these fees in the first place?
Oh.
And are we telling people, even those who can pay, that paying fees is optional? Now the tax on jobs. There's been a lot of rhetoric suggesting that this is a tax on the ultra wealthy. If the goal is to tax the rich, that requires a graduated income tax, and that authority rests with the state, not with the city. What the head tax actually does is tax jobs. For select companies, it's a tax on each employee who works in Chicago at least 3 days a week, whether that employee earns $40,000 or $400,000. And while the tax has been characterized as being small, it's just one more reason for employers to think twice about keeping their employees working downtown, keeping their business in the city, and even moving here in the first place. Compared to cities across the nation, Chicago tops the list in all the wrong categories. We have the highest property tax.
I would ask that the chamber remain under decorum. Sergeant at Arms, continue to make sure that individuals who are in this chamber respect those individuals' time to speak, please.
Thank you. We have the highest commercial property tax. We have the highest personal property lease tax, and that's before it gets increased with this budget. We have one of the highest sales tax in the nation, and we have one of the highest pension liabilities. Adding a tax on jobs on top of that doesn't make Chicago more competitive. It doesn't attract employers, and it doesn't make them want to stay. And it doesn't create jobs. It does just the opposite. It is a tax on jobs. While we're very aware that businesses are taking on the vast majority of these new budget costs, paying more than 80% of the fees and taxes in this budget, this budget is the best alternative. We know it isn't perfect, and it is the best option we have. We all recognize the fiscal pressures confronting our city today, and a government shutdown would only intensify those challenges, making support today all the more essential. We urge the council to support this alternative budget that protects jobs and positions Chicago to grow. Thank you.
The chair recognizes Alderman Bill.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President.
And why they're calling this man Mr. President, I don't know. I remember this guy, Prosperity, because when he first came up with that $300 million tax hike, this guy, I remember I did a video and this guy was against it.
Alderman Bill.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Let me just say, I wasn't going to speak today because I'm, suffering with a little bit of bronchitis, but after hearing the rhetoric, I was just compelled to stand and just say a few things, just a few, not much, just a few. But before I start, let me just say this alternative budget was nothing short of amazing. And I'm extremely proud of the group that has led this alternative budget that was led by a group of women. And I think we need to give Alderman Dow, Alderman Haddon, and Alderman Lee a round of applause for pulling off the inevitable. And Nugent, I'm sorry. Nugent. So as we attack people, just understand we're attacking a woman-led movement in this council. So let me just move on from there. Now, I'm also amazed that people are saying the budget ain't balanced. I think my last two speeches, I rose and said, the budget wasn't balanced, this budget wasn't balanced, and the budget wasn't balanced. But nobody said a word, but they went down and voted yes anyway. And when we're talking about being back here in June, I said we'd be back here in April, and I think we were back here in April. But you still voted for an unbalanced budget anyway. So let me say, when we talk about budgets, all budgets are projections. Up and down, up and down. Some come in high, some come in low. And so the thing is, when we pass a budget, it is the responsibility of the executive branch to carry out the budget we pass. So if this budget comes in high or low, it's what? The fact that the executive branch didn't carry out the budget that we passed. Now, so let me just go on a little bit. So last year, we sat in this very seat and we said over and over again to the budget director, is the money for the fire contract in the budget? Oh, yes, it's in the budget. We've set that money aside. That money's in the budget. Now we found out that the money was spent and now we're borrowing to pay for the fire contract. So let me just say, if we're talking about transparency and being forthright, did they come to us and say, Alderman, we have a financial problem. We need to spend the fire money that we set aside? No, they didn't. They spent it and came back and lied to us on why they had to spend it. So who are we going to put faith in?
God.
Now, the same administration told us last year that we would not be downgraded because of the budget. We were downgraded almost immediately after passing the budget.
Yep.
Now we're concerned about downgrades. We're concerned about downgrades now. Well, I'm going to tell you this. The downgrade is going because we did not pay the full pension payment. The downgrade is because, once again, we're bailing out CPS with $1 billion TIF suite.
Wow.
Okay? Now, let me tell y'all something about the TIF suite. When you look around and don't have money for the projects in your ward, it's because of the TIF suite. Okay? If we look at all the money that has spent over the years with these TIF suites, we could have redeveloped just about every ward in this city. Okay? And so let me just tell you this. And I don't know if you all saw the TIF.
Okay, Miss Prosperity, would you like to respond to anything that he said thus far? Hit the like button for me, please, folks.
Yeah, he's talking about money that is allocated to all of the wards to be able to use that funding for within your wards and certain causes that was going to help build and improve the wards.
Okay.
When he's talking about the TIFs money. A lot of these aldermen really don't use things properly. And I don't think a lot of them probably know about it. But you know who does know more in depth with that is Citizen Kane.
Okay.
He definitely can speak more on that when it comes down to that kind of political area. But Alderman Bill is going to speak about it right now.
Oh, okay. Thank you, ma'am. All right.
Sure.
Sheet. But the TIF sheet in the 9th Ward says 0 TIF suite. Why did the 9th Ward have a 0 TIF suite? Because I spend every dime that comes in it. And I'm spending that money. I've created over 2,000 jobs and over $2 billion in public-private investment because we had that TIF money to leverage to redevelop my ward.
See, that's it.
So we're taking that tool away from us. So I encourage you all to spend your TIF money. Find projects to spend your TIF money. That way you can redevelop all the wards in the city. And I'm blessed, just like Walter's daddy was blessed to be in a position to leverage TIF money to redevelop certain wards. So now, when you look at these last two budgets, over and over again, we were lied to about what's in these budgets.
Yep.
The fact that we are trying to diminish a woman-led movement really troubles me. because we have had financial experts and former CEOs, CFOs, budget directors that helped us craft this budget. So you all are undermining just about everybody in the past.
All right, Citizen Kane says, let me see what he says. What is up with these? I don't know, Citizen Kane. That's YouTube. Mr. President is how Chicago City Council's parliamentary rules have the older folk address the mayor. Oh my God, Citizen Kane, they need to change that. Oh my God, that sucks. Oh, okay. Thank you, Citizen. Keep dropping facts for us, Citizen. Thank you.
That's set in the budget chair or the CFO's office or financial experts. We're saying that they don't matter, but the administration has all the right answers. Now, some of you all just sat up and listened to somebody say something about, you know, we don't get the right information. We don't get the right information. We get what they want to give us. And I think now you all see why we push so hard to have our own financial analysis department, our own legal department, our own parliamentarian that you all voted down. Hopefully, Alderman Vasquez is now trying to, you know, see the light that we need to put these things in place. So we're going to see if we can work to make that happen. Now, some people brought up VGTs. My. We brought up VGTs. Let me just say the same people that's saying we don't want VGTs want hemp in their ward that's harming kids every single day. Every single day. And they voted to keep hemp in their wards. They want hemp. Give me hemp that's harming kids. But VGTs could possibly save the lifeline of some of the businesses in your ward because we have an underperforming casino that may or may not be built in 27, 28, who knows. And when in a time we need revenue, if you don't want video gaming, put an ordinance in like we did with hemp and say, I don't want video gaming.
Mayor Black Hawk Down was on today. I looked at some of it before I went to church. So with everything going on, in reference to Somalia, they're showing that movie a lot. So I need to sit down and watch it in its entirety. Thank you. Tim, how you doing? Tim Healy. Hello, love. We spoke a week or so ago, a guy who lives in Spain. Oh, yeah, I'm from Chicago. I miss the city. Oh, yeah. Tim, so you're in Spain now. Yeah, we did talk. How you doing, love? Hit that like button. Miss Prosperity, please drop your channel link again, dear. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
That's what the legislative process is all about. If you don't want it, you don't have to take it. But I tell you one thing, if you ask any alderman that has on the border of the city, if they want VGTs, because everything is going across the street, I bet you they want it. Because all the businesses just locate right across the street. Now, when we're trying to discredit the amount of money for VGTs, that was a very conservative number. Once VGTs is up and operational, it could bring us between $65 and $100 million a year. That's a lot of money. I don't see Bally's bringing that kind of money into the city. And so it's a choice. Just like the liquor tax, it's a choice. Now, once VGTs is passed, then people can maybe hire 2 or 3 more people in their ward in those businesses to create more synergy, more mom and pop businesses. That's the lifeline of the city. Now, when we talk about property taxes, let me just say, the reason people property taxes are going up is because downtown is empty. And why is downtown empty? Because we're not doing enough to create the jobs to go back downtown.
But Miss Prosperity, could you address that? We've talked about that in other videos about why businesses are leaving Chicago. But remember, crime is down. Talk to us about that, please, sister.
Oh, yes, just not crime. It's also about the policies that they have trying to hit the rich. One of the things that people don't understand is that when corporations pay taxes, they are progressive with the IRS. And they get you to fall for this whole bull crap about tax the rich, tax the rich, tax the rich.
Yeah.
Well, you keep taxing the rich, but the rich already pays more money in taxes than we do.
Yep.
Yes, they do get tax cuts, but it's still way more money than what we pay.
Right.
So they don't understand is that when the rich decide, I'm going to go to somewhere that's going to be more friendlier,
Yeah.
so that way we can get better revenue incoming.
Right.
There's the thing about assets and liabilities.
That's it.
Businesses are assets. The government is a liability. Anywhere that your money is going out to, that's a liability. Anywhere that your money is coming in from, that's an asset.
Yep.
This is why I fought hard about people understanding the differences when you're talking about taxing or giving a head tax basically per person coming downtown. You know, our rich downtown that is empty as bleak. Okay.
Yeah.
I used to work downtown. I used to go to school downtown, and it was always busy. Now you don't have to bump into anybody because there's no one to bump into.
Right. Yeah. Oh, wow. And also we see where we see a lot of these YNs, and they do those takeovers where they just go into a store. So we know crime is a part of it. And they just go in and take everything, and businesses aren't going to deal with that more than once or twice, and they're just going to pack up again. They're in business to make money. The crime is down.
Bottom line, it's the dollar.
Right.
I used to do accounting for 9.5 years for a major company, automatic data processing.
Right.
So, you know, they were always handling the payroll checks for businesses.
Right.
So those accounts had to balance. You're going to have to pull that money from somewhere.
Right.
Just like when they're talking about the income for the government.
Yeah.
Now, we are the government. We are the people that is supposed to be regulating where our tax dollars flow into and where it goes out. But somewhere down the Democratic bleeping party, it's all about, we gonna tell you how your money is to be spent. We gonna tell you what you need. We gonna tell you what time to go in the house and what time to come out. We gonna be your master. They never left slavery.
Nope.
They still want to keep people on the plantation.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that is exactly the reason why I mentioned when I did that public speaking last Thursday about this. The same exact thing is that they want to continue to control, manipulate, dominate. But there's no assimilation when those illegal aliens came into our little communities.
Yeah.
It's the domination mentality.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that's where's that?
Okay. Thank you, sis.
Sure.
We're not bringing big businesses into the city to create a downtown that we all were once proud of. And so now that downtown is empty, all those businesses are going in, getting tax reductions, and that money is being spread out to the community. The same people who are fighting to not have their taxes up are the same people fighting to keep big businesses out. We have to create a synergy in the city to bring businesses back into this city.
That's right. That's right.
Right. Right.
Businesses are the ones that make this city grow. We have to grow jobs and opportunity. We can't keep hitting businesses over the head saying, don't come to Chicago. That's what Bring Home Chicago did. That's why it failed. That's why when you look at this head tax, that's why it's going to fail.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I'm going to tell y'all, be real cautious. Everything that's being pushed has a $100 million tag to it. Whether it be the head tax, $100 million. Bring Home Chicago, $100 million. What is this $100 million, Mark, that we keep trying to hit? What's it really for? Now, when we talk about what the head tax was supposed to be for, don't be confused. If you look at everything that was there, it was being moved out of one line, put into another to force all of us to say, oh, I don't want to be against public safety. I don't want to be against this. So they were trying to put us in a corner to vote for the head tax.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to be put into a corner. We're going to continue to grow this coalition. We're going to continue to move forward with what we need to do to grow this city. And I think we are headed in the right direction. Now, I'm going to say, I haven't voted for a budget in 6 years. In 6 years, I haven't voted for a budget because I have fundamentally disagreed with what was being put in front of us. Now, I've been down here for 27 years, going on 28. I think I know a little bit about budgets. So I'm gonna just tell you this. This budget, it ain't perfect, but we want to pick and choose what we want to fight and what we don't want to fight. But the same things you all are saying you're against, you voted for the last two. So pick your lane. Pick your lane, which one you want to be in. So again, I want to thank my colleagues for leading this movement. This was a collective movement. Nobody was shut out. We tried to bring everybody in. So I've never seen a movement quite like this in my 27, 28 years, where people were actually being able to sit down at the table and work their issues out, whether you agree or disagree. This coalition was listening to everybody. So knowing that we listen to everybody, we're going to continue to listen to everybody, because once this budget is passed, we want to continue to work with everybody to make sure that we don't have a government shutdown. We want to work with everybody to bring your ideas into the table. So right now, I'm going to tell you, I'm extremely proud to stand up and say, I am voting for the alternative budget. Thank you so much, Mr. President.
Alderman Gardner.
Thank you, Mr. President. I proudly stand with my colleague. I heard Alderman Fuentes from the 26th Ward talking about the negative effects of gambling, and I wholeheartedly agree with her. I thought she made some excellent points, and I want to talk about how gambling disproportionately impacts Black and brown communities. It also impacts white communities, but that's not as important. It impacts working families, as you guys know, AKA that's a new term for Black and brown communities. It's gambling that got us here. It's gambling that got us to a $1.2 billion deficit.
Still, you notice they never mentioned the money that was spent on illegals. Tim, yes, 10 to 15 years ago, being able to talk and just get on with their lives. Yeah, I miss those days. How you doing, Guacamole Kid? Where have you been? Welcome back, love. I hope everything is well with you and your family. Oh, okay, Tim. Good deal.
And we can blame maybe introducing or not introducing a head tax or debt collection or racism. The gamble that got us here today is the gamble that we made on migrants.
Boom.
Or, excuse me.
All right, so he said migrants. You know he will never say illegals, but okay, that's a start.
Hang on, it's coming.
Okay.
That's commotion going on in the background.
What was going on at that time, sister?
Oh, it was a lot of yelling and screaming from both sides. The Chicago's teacher union, another lady on the other side, us.
Okay, let's get to it. I want to see you get thrown out. Oh my God. Is this the video where they throw you out?
They didn't throw me out, but they escorted me nicely.
Yeah.
With
you don't care as long as you told them, hey, gave them a piece of your mind, we're happy. Woo,
I wasn't leaving without it.
Oh yeah, that's all we care about. You still got to say your piece. Woo! How you doing, Cher? Hit the like button, folks. We're glad you're here. Oh my
Robert.
Oh.
Oh.
Robert, she's the one that's been sending him to the hospital. I told her to leave that man alone. That's why he keeps having all these anxiety attacks.
Resign. Get the hell in.
Woo! Love it. Here we go. Oh my God.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, just a second, Mr. Alderman Gardner. All right, those of you who continue to make outbursts, I'm going to ask that the Sergeant at Arms put you in a timeout. I'm going to try my best to give people, this is an important time in our city's history. I want everybody to be engaged. I really do. But you're going to have to respect just the decorum here. That's all.
Vinyl, what you're witnessing, our great sister Prosperity, our guest today, she was at the city council meeting, and so people are going off because they're trying to jack up their property taxes. They've already taken some people's homes because the property taxes are so high they can't pay them, and so people are angry. Vinyl, I don't know if you've been keeping up because you're new here, but Emperor Johnson, the city of Chicago spent billions of dollars on illegals, and now they're trying to jack up the property taxes of American citizens. And so that's what's going on here. I hope, in a nutshell, I hope that explains it. How you doing, Caesar? Thank you for dropping in, love.
All right. All right.
You ever notice when you start touching upon something that's a little sensitive, people start getting riled up? It's because you're on a nerve. You're actually touching.
Alderman Gardner, thank you.
Yes.
Just continue to direct them.
Oh yeah, I'm talking to you as
All
well.
right, thank you.
So getting back to what I was saying, the gamble that we made was on migrants or newcomers or Venezuelan nationalists or residents here illegally.
There it is.
Oh yeah, I do. That's a good point.
Okay, so he used that word. I hope he doesn't come up missing, sister, because you know, hey, that you are not allowed to use that word. Okay, pray for this guy.
He's fine. Oh, he knows how to stand. He's a silent one, but he will fight.
Okay, all right.
That's right.
Thank you. Thank you, Sergeant at Arms. Okay, thank you all. All right, Mr. Gardner, I'm listening, sir.
No one is hated more than he who speaks the truth. I want to be clear. I don't blame the migrants for coming here. We left a trail for them to come.
Yep.
I don't hate on my immigrants. My parents are immigrants to this country. I'm a first-generation American. I don't hate on any of these people who came here. They had no choice. But we left a trail for them to come. We gave them over $1 billion.
Yep.
To come here. We invited them with free food, free clothing, free rent, free education.
Whoop.
That's why we're here today. Yeah. We can keep talking about whatever head tax and gambling is bad and all this other stuff. We made the gamble.
Yep.
We gambled on the migrants and we lost.
See, this guy's telling the truth, but no one wants to listen, right? So he's doing all this talking. Emperor Johnson is basically ignoring him. We know that. And the aldermen that are on the side with Johnson, they're not listening to this guy. This guy is dropping nothing but truth, facts.
Okay, and before you go back into it,
yes,
he actually sits right there where I sit. I sit in a row behind him.
Okay.
And he hears a lot of what I'm saying.
Okay.
When I'm back there speaking. So he turned around and told me, he said, just wait on it. I'm going to be talking about that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I'm like, okay.
Okay. Boom.
He told me, get ready. He said, get ready. Oh, I got ready, all right, but I wasn't ready for some of the stuff he said to the point where it just caused me to just go ballistic.
Right.
Because he was hitting on he was telling the truth.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, he actually said it. He said it.
I love it. Here we go.
over $1 billion into people who've never paid a nickel into the system. Meanwhile, we told the Black community, wait your turn.
Let me give you a truth bomb for that, because it continues to vote for Democrats. And they bring people here from other countries, prioritize them, but when it's time to vote, they come back to you. But they told you to wait your turn.
Now you're getting ready to see my streaming of it.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
This is a replay.
Alderman Fuentes from the 26th Ward talking about the negative effects of gambling. And I wholeheartedly agree with her. I thought she made some excellent points. And I want to talk about how gambling disproportionately impacts Black and brown communities. It also impacts white communities, but that's not as important. It impacts working families, as you guys know, aka it's a new term for Black and brown communities. It's gambling that got us here. It's gambling that got us to a $1.2 billion deficit. We can blame introducing or not introducing a head tax or debt collection or racism. The gamble that got us here today is the gamble that we made on migrants.
Yes! Yes! Say it! Say it! Yes, yes, yes! Speak! 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 Illegal!
Start again, Mr. Gardner.
How black are you?
Arm her. Tell her to shut up.
Okay, our great sister Prosperity is getting riled up. Listen, folks.
Don't keep coming checking me. Leave me the hell alone and talk to them goddamn CTU people, Chicago Teacher Union, and the other bastards that are down there starting to crap.
There we go.
Arms with you. This time out.
Time out.
People, this is an important time in our system. I want everybody to be engaged. Really do.
Let them speak. Let them speak. Tell the truth. Shame the devil.
You ever notice when you start touching upon something that's a little sensitive, people start getting riled up? Because you're on a nerve. You're actually touching.
Yes, just continue to direct.
Oh, yeah, I'm talking to you.
Okay, he's talking to you.
So getting back to what I was saying,
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Or residents here illegally.
You know about that.
Yeah, I do.
You don't have no affordable housing.
Get her out.
Why is she still talking?
Get her out.
Get some affordable housing.
Send her to the corner. Get her out.
Time out.
Paid and bought by Mark.
No one is hated more than he who speaks the truth.
I pop my fingers all I want to. Don't you try me. Prosperity.
I want to be clear, I don't blame the migrants for coming here. We left the trail for them to come. So hate on immigrants. My parents are immigrants to this country. I'm a first-generation American.
Legal
don't hate on any of
immigrants.
these people who came here. They had no choice. But we left
They
the
had a
trail for
choice.
them to come.
Now, they had a
Over
choice.
$1 billion to come here.
Yep.
We invited them with free food, free clothing, free rent, free
Yep.
education.
Yep.
That's why we're here today.
Yes.
We talk about whatever head tags, gambling is bad, and all this other stuff. We made the gamble. We gambled on the migrants and we lost. We put over $1 billion into people who never paid a nickel.
That's right now.
Yes. Yes.
Meanwhile, we told the Black community, wait your turn.
Woo! You better Yes, you did. Yes.
What happened to the budget? Yeah, remove me. Goddamn, because he's telling the truth. And I don't care if I'm removed. All of y'all. Yeah, I'll go. I'll go because the rest of this is BS anyway. He's telling the truth. And I don't care.
They don't have a problem with people speaking their truth.
No, you got a problem with us, but you don't have a problem with them. No, I'm coming. I don't give a crap. He said, well, all I had to say, you want to mess with the black community. Like I care. I'm good with going.
Right this way, Miss Sarge.
Yeah. Make sure I got my bag.
You got everything?
Get my husband to get my stuff, because
Okay.
I had it.
Okay, I'm sorry you had to leave today.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I am good.
I'll see you.
Wait your turn. Sister Prosperity, that officer was so nice to you. I think he understands. He doesn't want to say, yeah, I get what you say, but you could tell he understands your plight.
Yes.
Yeah, you could
So
tell. He can't come
yes.
out and say, I'm with you, but he was very nice. That was
Yeah. Actually, I believe he's a lieutenant.
okay.
And he is the same one that I filed that complaint with about one of his officers and that my bag size when I was bringing that up earlier.
Right.
But a lot of the officers down there, they can't talk about it, but they stand with us.
Oh, yes, what I'm saying. You could tell just from the way he was talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
He can't come out and say, I'm with you, sister. But he, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. Yes, you see what Caesar said in the chat? The Emperor John, he'll put you out. He won't put those illegals out. No, ma'am. No, sir. Oh, my God.
Look at Tim talking about an angry black woman.
Hey, the way they're doing Prosperity, and she's been voting conservatively forever. And the way they're trying to jack up her property, she needs to be angry. She's showing the other people how to do it. She's not letting them run roughshod over her. I love it. Tim, I'm with you.
Tim,
Oh, yeah, Tim, we know it. Oh, Tim, we love you, Tim. We get it. I'm glad she was angry.
Exactly. Tim, if you knew some of the history behind this as well.
Oh, yeah.
I have fought for my property taxes for well over a decade. Every single year.
Yeah.
I put my face in their face. I take off work and I'll go down there to the assessor's office and tell them, you are going to lower my property taxes. I'm not going to be the highest one paying property taxes on my block. I don't know what the hell y'all thinking, because when I redesigned this property, I had the blueprints. All of my outer structural walls are the same, so it ain't nothing you can do about it. They kept making my property look like it grew into a mansion when all the barren walls are the same. I'm the one laid out the blueprint and said, this is where I want these rooms, this electrical and everything. I gave it to the construction people to put everything in this house. So I know this house from the top to the darn basement. Now, for them to come and try to tell me that my property has a higher value than anybody else, my whole question would be, can I sell it for that? Can I get that if I were to sell my property? See, the problem that I'm going to go into speaking about is that many people just pay the mother effing property taxes.
Yeah.
I do not. I fight them. I will continue to contest it. I will get the comps to prove it. I had even the real estate people to come in and give us one of their estimates. And here's another thing. For those of you in Chicago to know about these property taxes, I made this comment before, that you have to watch the description of all the features they add to your property that may not even exist.
Yep. Oh, yeah, they will.
They have done so. I have gone down there. They have called security on my ass to tell me, if you don't leave, we're going to call security. I said, call them. Call them, because I ain't leaving out of here till my taxes come down. I don't play this mess. And when the heifer, who's the manager over the certificate of errors department, gonna tell me, have a good day. This was around Christmas again. And I said, a Merry Christmas. And she said, everybody don't celebrate Christmas. And I said, yeah, I can see who you celebrate, devil. So I went straight down to her bosses. As a matter of fact, Frisk Kagan, he is the one who is over the whole effing assessor's office. I went and knocked on his glass door, rang his doorbell, and told him I insisted you're going to come out and talk to me. Somebody going to talk to me before I leave up out of here. So when you don't fight, when you stand still, don't do nothing.
Yeah.
This is the it that happens. I'm not that one. I can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah. So after I finished with them, they paid me back 5 years of property taxes.
Whoa.
Okay? Because I was not the one. I have put a video out about this, telling people you need to get down there, you need to do this. If this don't work, then you need to do that. I give you the steps of everything I've been through because I got a decade of experience. No, literally over a decade of experience.
Question for you. So you said they were, when you looked over your tax bill, they added things. So they just inadvertently added items?
Yes, they added. Oh, I had a whole decked out finished area in my basement and all of that. I'm like, what the hell is this? My whole back porch, I got an inside. Okay, bungalows, a lot of these bungalows in Chicago have inside unheated back porches.
Okay.
I happen to have a large back porch, but it's not heated. So that makes it a 1 or a 3 seasons possibly room area.
Okay.
They're gonna add that on to my property and add up thousands of more dollars to my property taxes.
They said it was heated?
Yes. Enclosed back porch was heated. It was, my back porch has never been heated.
Wait, who told them it was heated?
The liars. The liars from there. I got a lot of windows that will allow sun to come in and bring heat into that area.
Right. Oh my.
No forced heat out there. But yet they're going to try to keep charging me for it because one bastard that I used to live next door to, they moved now after I finished with his sorry A. But he going to go and report to the assessor's office that my back porch was heated. He did that. The same bastard that flooded my home when they had a sump pump aimed right at my property and sent about 2 to 3 goddamn feet of water in my basement.
Whoa.
From because they had 5 feet of water. So they gonna send it all over here. Oh yeah, it was court time, and if it wasn't court time, it's gonna be another time. Okay.
Oh my God.
So what he did is he went and reported my property as having a heated back porch, which now add on thousands of dollars more of value to my property.
Oh,
well, I finished up with him by reporting his unreported apartments, and then he had a busted water main under his effing property. So now he had to pay over $100,000 worth of damages and had to sell the freaking property.
Oh, wow.
Because that bastard didn't want to pay me my $30,000 to $40,000 in damages that I suffered.
Oh.
So what you want to do? You want to pay me or you want to pay them? I don't care, but one way or the other, you gonna pay.
Yeah, you've got to pay. How you doing, Nemo? Citizen Kane, let's talk about how the Chicago Teachers Union trolled a little girl with special needs who spoke in favor of the alternative budget on the public comment. Yeah, I heard about that. They trolled a young lady who special need. That what the Chicago's Teachers Union, they're brutal. I'm saying they're savage.
They are godless.
Tim said you're a great American, ma'am. He said he's impressed with what you're doing. Tim said property tax is theft. Yes.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
How can we get it stopped? How can we stop it for every American?
Actually, I have a video on my channel someone, I don't know their name, but I did give them credit in the video about what is going on that's getting up to the Supreme Court level. It started off, I believe, in Texas, because
Okay.
by Texas being a red state does not mean they don't have democratic issues that are going on down there too.
Right.
And they taken this to Supreme Court. So all of that information is on my channel. Make sure you all go and check it out, because
Yes.
I posted the whole thing about property taxes all over the United States of America and what they're trying to accomplish. It is theft. When you should not be paying no property taxes, when you done paid your home off, when you still got a mortgage, you should not be paying property taxes at all. I can understand sales taxes. I can understand any other types of taxes that are needed. But when you are having property taxes, that means your house is never paid.
It's never
paid.
So how are you the owner? Because if you don't pay
Exactly.
property taxes, they take it. Can
Exactly.
you ever get rid of it?
Well, there was also a court case as well here in the Illinois area. I'm not sure if it was Chicago, but it was to that degree where they are trying to, finally, a judge with some sense that is stopping that, where they can take your home for tax sales and be able to only go after the money that is owed on the property taxes and any penalties or fines. But not take your home.
Okay.
Yeah, because I owe you $2,000, $3,000. Now you're gonna take $80,000, $90,000 in equity out of my effing property? Oh, the devil is a goddamn lie. Oh, a lie and a half. Oh, that shit ain't going down here. It's not happening.
That's why, sometimes when they go to take people's property, they sitting in the house, and you know what they sitting there with their metal. You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what
Come
I'm
up
talking
in there, okay? Yeah, how are you gonna come take my crap after I done paid all these years for it, and so forth? And even when I hand it down, send it down to my children. Hell no. No.
Yes.
No. See, that's why I get riled up, y'all. That's what pisses me off, because we work our eggs off to have something, to have an inheritance go down to your children's children. The Bible talks about that. And then here comes the thieves, the robbers. Exactly the reason why I got on the pastors, 300 something plus pastors. Y'all go look at that on my channel too.
Yes.
I called them all out. As a matter of fact, sis, I sent you the link for that.
Okay.
I called them all out because they supporting this progressive movement with Brandon Johnson and sponsoring him or endorsing him. Let me put it that way. Probably sponsored too, but endorsing him as well. And now they knew this was coming. These people been wanting our properties forever in the city of Chicago. If you can see that skyline, your property is a target. That's the bottom line to it. If you can see a skyline from your property is a target.
And
so what Brandon is doing, he's calling himself bringing in affordable housing. Y'all listen up to me now, because see, I'm spilling it all. I hope Brandon ass on here too, because he know I'm going to tell it. I hope he on here. I hope you look at it too, because you know I'm going to tell it. You know I'm going to tell it. I don't have no darn fear of you or any of them down there. I'm going to speak the truth and nothing but the truth, and they don't like it, they can know what they can do. But here's another thing. He put affordable housing in our communities, okay? Affordable housing is supposed to be something you can afford. What the hell we got a building over here right now that's been over a year in construction that's supposed to be affordable housing that look like a effing sore thumb compared to all of our other properties over here. It's like a dual flat, 2, 3 flat, when these are all single family homes all across that whole entire block. Well, anyway, he bring them in, he bring all this affordable so-called housing, raise up the property value. Now, your property value is going to go up, and that's how they try to reap those taxes. Y'all better hear me. Y'all better hear me.
Yeah. That's what they're taking. Like I said, black people keep voting for Democrats. They're the ones taking your home, stupid. Stop it.
Same ones that got that same color skin on their face, effing you over, screwing you over. The same color skin. Oh, he can identify to me. Oh, he can relate to me. He can relate to my struggles. He can relate to my pain. Yeah, he can relate to it when his age was probably a kid. But when he became this adult and got out here into the world that he's in, he's like, F you. That's his mentality. That's exactly his mentality. Because right now he's making $212,000 a year. Yeah, he cut, and then he does all that crying, fake crap. It ain't no real tears. Let me put it that way. Ain't no real tears going on here. See, y'all done got me motivated and started. I was sitting here silently, just mind to mind. But I'm gonna drop it all out.
Because Miss Prosperity, how many times have you been on the show talking about that? And you've been here. I've talked about it, where they're taking homes, so they're getting the prices up, and these particularly elderly people, you know, they're on fixed incomes, and they've been voting for Democrats forever. And these are the same people taking your homes. Stop it.
Yes. The same people who gives you that little bitty carrot in your face. And the meanwhile, they got the dagger in your back, taking your stuff. As I say, the stench is foul in the air with what you smell with these Democrat leaders up in here. And they call themselves leaders, but let me tell you, they're not leaders, as we know.
No.
But the point that I'm making is that while they having you to look at Trump, oh, Trump cut off your food stamps. Trump cut off my housing. Trump cut off this. Trump cut off that. No, y'all better look at the local politicians who's cutting your crap off and giving it to those illegal aliens.
Boom.
Aliens. When you look up, you see next door, you got an illegal. You see across the street, you got an illegal. Oh, you got illegal. But they ain't paying the same taxes you're paying. They're not paying for the same property that you paid for, the same amount.
No.
From free to nearly nothing is what they get these properties for. And it's from people who lost it to taxes, most likely that they moving into those homes. Foreclosures and tax sales.
Did you see the video I did on the black woman, the elderly black woman? I did one video the other day. She didn't pay her taxes. Beautiful home. You know, she and her, when her husband was alive, because she's really old, she and her husband worked hard. A beautiful 2-story home. They took it for taxes.
And that's how they do it. And that's the reason why we all got to take a stand on these matters and say, no, we are the people. We are the Americans. We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. That's why I can't sit idle. I cannot sit idle on this BS and watch it happen. Our people are on the streets right now. And they're talking about closing shelters because they put these illegals in there. Not to mention how they spent $5 million to rehab one of those darn those centers, those homeless shelters. So that they can have individualized sleeping quarters and cooking quarters and everything. And I'm like, what the flip is this crap?
Things they don't even have back in their home.
Don't even have it back home. Why are they fighting for their crap back home? They come here and want to try to dominate, but not assimilate. That's what my argument is about. You bring your ass up in here, you better assimilate. Like I had to tell some right over here. I have to make it clear over here. You up in this neighborhood. If you don't like it over here, take your butt back to your own country. Oh, I said it. I said it out loud and I didn't give a crap. Who heard it?
That's right. Go build up your home country. Yes.
Don't come over here thinking you're going to run something. Don't come over here thinking you're going to run my household. Then they're going to talk about my fence. Talk about don't put no signs on the fence. I'll put a sign on my freaking fence. I'll plaster it on your freaking wall. I'll plaster a damn sign wherever I want to plaster a sign. And I called 911 for your ass. Oh, no. No, see, that's the crap that got me. That's the crap that got me. You don't own my crap. You don't, oh, Lord. Forgive me, Lord, for my sins in the name of Jesus.
I'm saying.
Because see, that's why, this is why I'm telling you, y'all want to know the history of where I'm at today.
That's right.
It's because of this BS. I do not allow nobody to come punk me or gangster me out of my stuff. I will not be bullied. I will go down with a fight. Just like when 3 guys thought themselves gonna carjack my ass. Guess who went running?
She said, not today, baby.
Not today, not tomorrow, not any day, because I'm not walking in fear. I'm walking by faith.
No, ma'am.
And that's why I said, okay, Lord, if this is the day that we got to do this, let's do it. I was ready. I was ready for this.
Drop your channel link again, sister, because we have 53 people in here. We want to make sure they're subbed up. How you doing? Marsha Mello said, I think Marsha Mello said they love you. And
love the truth, love God.
Yes.
God is the one that put that in me. I didn't have this. He made me the confidence that I had. When I got into that word and started learning about what that word of God said, I said, I can do this. I can do all things through Christ. I have the strength because of him. I can make things happen.
Right.
I just use my voice, use my steps, guide me where I need to be, and I'm there.
Right.
That's it. Not me, him.
Tim, make sure you subscribe to Sister Prosperity's channel. Tim is thanking you for everything you're doing. Oh yeah, she's fighting. If you were not here, Prosperity, were you in the live chat last night or no?
I think, yeah, I was. I believe.
Okay, I thought so.
I think I was.
What he's saying, if you're listening to Miss Prosperity speak, she is saying exactly what I feel. And if you look at everything that we have endured as Americans, for these people to come over here and they don't particularly like us, like the video I did last night, the Somali man, he's all over social media. You know, they've been talking crap about black people. Well, now they started on the white people. So I guess next week it's the Asians, the week after that, the Hispanics. Who knows? So they're talking crap instead of being grateful. They're talking crap about Americans. So those that don't know, they're doing the most, okay? And they're not grateful and they're arrogant. And I just dropped a link for the video we did last night for the Somali man telling, go to work, white boy. Yeah. So yeah, call Tom Holman. Deport.
You wouldn't be over here saying that. I'm telling you. You wouldn't be over here saying that.
Yes. How you doing, Cinema Storm? Teach the Democrats a lesson. Vote them all out in the midterm. Yes, that's my prayer.
Out. O-U-T. Exactly the reason why I said what I said in public speaking. I needed Brandon Johnson to know that I speak this publicly. I'm not just talking behind the scenes, behind closed doors. I'm going to take it to the crowd, to the masses. You were not elected. You were selected by the dummies that were over there on the other side in that chambers yesterday called Chicago's Teachers Union. Do you know them same people wanted us, taxpayers, to pay for them to get sex changes? Do you know that them same people wanted us to pay for them to have homes in Chicago? Are you kidding me? But yet, our kids are the most unintelligent, I'm going to say it that way.
Say it.
Almost in the nation. And here's another thing that a lot of you probably are not aware of, but it's on my channel. I posted on this. Governor Pritzker has allowed the education system in Illinois to lower the standards so that these children can try to pass and graduate out of school.
And they
Okay?
read.
Lower the standards.
Oh, yeah.
To the degree when these kids get out here and they go to try to get a job, even try to get into college, they are not going to have a clue on what to do. They set them up for failure.
Yep.
But CTU, I hope some of you bleeps are on here too, because y'all the fault of this. Y'all have pushed this propaganda bull crap. A lot of these teachers are not the reason why these children are failing. A lot of these teachers are good teachers. My dad happened to have been a Chicago public school teacher.
Right.
Citizen Kane dad. So the teachers of the yesterday are teachers that cared about children. They wanted to make sure that these children succeeded, because when a child succeeds, they succeed.
That's
and
right.
you know that as a teacher yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
You know that.
Oh, yeah.
So, but to lower the standards so that these kids are the dumbest on the earth, and when they even hear, if business even hear that a child is from Chicago or probably even Illinois, they probably won't even hire them, because they're going to know what kind of standards are coming out of these school systems today.
Everyone knows.
And they want to raise. They want to raise. They want a raise. I'll raise them up all right. Raise them right to the bleep where they belong.
Yeah, I am 100%
out of here.
Yes. UK music guy. Hello, love. How you doing? UK says Genius Channel, loving it. Thank you so much. Cinema Storm, I'm with you. Nemo, I'm with you all the way. Tim says that's the problem. Why the arrogance? We're talking about the Somalis and other illegals. Like you here, you get free stuff. You spit on us. Mistake our kindness for weakness. You're absolutely right, Tim. Citizen Kane, he's talking to Guacamole. Okay, so and I bet you had no issues. Pritzker also signed a bill that undocumented students can get financial assistance. Of course, Mayor, everything as long as you're not an American citizen. Yes, Martian Mello, set up on purpose. Boom, there you go.
Yes, I posted that on my channel as well, as Mayor know about come January of 2026. Illegals, and this is something I wanted to touch on. Thank you, Mayor, for even bringing that up too.
Right.
Illegals are getting paid by state tax dollars to be able to get free degrees, college degrees.
Heard about that.
And they are going to come after American management positions. That way they can bring their people in.
Yeah, that's what
that's the goal. That's the goal.
Yep. Boom. Boom, boom. And you're absolutely right. Prosperity. So thank God President Trump is in office, and get these people out of here ASAP. We know about the great replacement theory, and the Democrats don't mean any Americans any good. I'm just saying, not saying that the Republicans are perfect, but they have not done what the Democratic Party has done to America. So I thank God that the Curry Queen and Tim are not in office, because this country would be overdone. Stick a fork in us. There would be no America. Mr. Maga tomorrow says, Prosperity, you have people who have your back. Yes. Hit that like button, folks, if you are enjoying the content, and it seems that they are. And so, yeah, if you don't know some of the things, because some people, I mean, we're all busy, but sometimes I have people say, wait, what's wrong with the illegals and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, you just don't know what, you know. Obviously, me being a content creator, I may be on social media a little bit more than others. And I'm like, the stuff I'm seeing, and it's not AI, it's actual people. And I alluded to it earlier, the things that they're saying, I mean, they hate America. So it's like they're our enemies, but the Democrats roll out the red carpet for them. And Democrats won't do anything for American citizens. And so, again, I have nothing for them. And make sure, folks, all the links I shared with you for Miss Prosperity, they're all on her channel, but I also shared them in the description box under my video. But yeah, make sure you are. Tim said he just subscribed, Prosperity. So that's good. All right. We want to
disappoint.
Right. No, she won't. You'll see. She says what needs to be said.
And I follow up on what I say I'm going to do.
Oh, yeah. So we appreciate you, Miss Prosperity, for everything that you've done.
Amen.
I have a short.
Glory to God.
Hold on. I did pull up a short. Here it is. Okay. So yeah. Let me cue up the next short video. And I didn't want to keep you. So we're over 2 hours. I'll show a short and then we'll get out of here. Let me see. Boom. Here we go. Okay. All right. So here's a little short. And again, you can find this on Miss Prosperity's channel. They bow to a different God.
That's right. That's right.
Right, Caesar. Caesar and guacamole. Yeah.
And they're going to regret it too.
Right. Maga, you're right, love. All right. Let me play this short.
Especially some living in Chicago's West and South Side communities. A North Lawndale retiree explains he's had to take on a rideshare job to pay his higher property tax.
It's got to change. You will not tax us out of the community. We are here to stay.
But you trusted Brandon Johnson's progressive movement and now are here to pay.
This morning, some West Side residents and pastors held a news conference pleading for help as the Cook County property taxes are due in 2 weeks. They fear the higher bills could lead to vacant buildings and homelessness.
The people who can least afford to pay are given the highest bills. It means get out of town.
Yep.
Okay. We don't want you in this city anymore.
Same thing said in 2023 to the endorsers, faith leaders.
Treasurer Maria Pappas reports a sharp drop in the value of downtown commercial buildings, paying about $129 million less this cycle because of higher vacancy rates over the years. Conversely, some Black and Brown communities on the South and West sides have been undervalued. So, for instance, in West Garfield Park, bills soared 133%. North Lawndale saw a 99% spike. And in Englewood, taxes climbed more than 80%. The nonprofit Sankofa Cultural Arts and Business Center in Austin uses 2 property tax IDs, and its property taxes went up $10,000 just for this billing cycle.
And I'm supposed to come up with this money by the 15th.
Yeah, that's right.
And then March the 1st, I'm gonna get another bill for the same thing. Now, how are we as business owners in our community gonna be able to service our community?
When God speaks, one must listen. There was a discernment missing here. Faith leaders?
The current bills adjusted by the assessor's office if they are not getting the exemptions for which they qualify, like homeowner and senior exemptions.
It's a zero-sum game. When one group pays less, everyone else picks up the tab.
Property owners can also appeal with the Board of Review, but any adjustment in their property's assessed value would not be reflected until the next year's bill.
The treasurer is allowing you to make 1 or 2 payments each month. The calculator will automatically show a recommended payment schedule to help you pay off your balance before the next annual tax sale. Yes, tax sale, but here comes March bill.
Everybody should have a fair system, fair shot at proper assessments.
The system that led to this disparity will likely not be fixed in the next 2 weeks. In the meantime, homeowners can set up a payment plan or appeal their taxes for future bills with the Board of Review. In Cicero, Leah Hope, ABC.
The change starts with voting out those that sell you out of your own home. Now, do you believe no assimilation, but domination is here?
Residents are panicking.
Yeah, and so folks, as you heard me and Miss Sister Prosperity say, these people have got to stop voting for Democrats. They're the people that are putting you in this bind. How you doing, the Arena Uncensored? Hope all is well. Hit that like button, please, dear. So Miss Rolynn needs to spread the word. Greg, that's why I'm asking people. Prosperity is asking people to share these live streams, because people keep voting and they don't have a clue. They're voting for their own demise.
That's right.
Just sad. Miss Prosperity, what were you going to say, dear?
No, I was saying that is exactly right. Exactly right. I can see the writing on the wall. I can smell the foul scent in the air. I can hear the trouble sounds in my ears, but yet I can keep speaking as loud and screaming it out. But if no change comes about, then when a person is homeless, a person is hungry and all of that, because there's no excuse for saying, I didn't know.
That's right.
We got too many people out here talking about this. We got too many people taking their time. Me personally, taking my time, a whole year that I did not get any salary because I wanted people to wake up. I'm going where I am guided. I'm going to be taken care of. I'm not concerned about the dollars. It's the people. We are here to help one another. And that is my interest and the reason why I fight so hard. Because we all can prosper, okay? We all can prosper. Yeah. But we can't prosper when we want to close our eyes and close our ears to the truth.
Right.
The truth hurt. A lot of people may not even like me, and I don't care. But you're going to hell respect me.
Yeah.
That's the difference. That's the difference. Because I don't care about everybody liking me. The person who's going to be the hardest person out here is not going to be liked as much. But they're going to come to respect you when they come to find out that this person was speaking the truth. This person was fact spewing. Okay? And that's when it wake up. It's just like a child. They don't understand the disciplinary actions that take place as they're coming up. But then when they become an adult, then they say, wow, my parent or this person or that person was right. They've been saying this all along. So you know what? I'll take the things and the knocks and all of those other things, but not personally, not physically. I won't take them. Okay, let me get that clear.
That's right.
I'm gonna check that. And as my friend Dennis said, he said that he don't do no lip boxing.
No.
Y'all need to take that phrase. Dennis thought that up.
Yes,
Dennis thought that up. But I am going to continue to speak the truth and the facts. Brandon Johnson knows who I am.
He does.
I'm not trying to be popular. I'm trying to be on the right side. That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
That's why I bring him scriptures. That's why I speak them out loud. So that way he can't say when it comes time for him to have to answer before the Lord, I didn't hear that. I didn't know that. Oh, no, baby, it's recorded. And it's going to replay and replay and replay. Because somebody got to say it. I ain't talking. And not to mention that, remember I told y'all about how these ministers, these pastors, they go down there to City Hall, they do their prayers, and they don't want to say Jesus. They don't want to say any of that. Well, look, I bawled them out, and my husband said, oh, look at what you got started. Oh, well, we need to start it because, see, I'm tired of them trying to take out the Christ, our Lord and Savior, out of the matter. This is the reason why we got all this crime right now, because these little ninjas are following the devil. Yeah. If we didn't have Jesus in here, this wouldn't be happening.
That's right.
But instead, they want to take Jesus out the schools. Heck, almost Jesus out the churches. Okay, can I preach? What's wrong with you pastors? That you all don't even want to bring the name Jesus down there anywhere. When you walking out your doors, you supposed to be representative of the Lord God Almighty, not yourself. You all want the dollars. That's why I sent all your congregations to tell y'all that you need to pay my property tax since you supported that ninja.
That's it.
That's it. Go to the root of the matter and stop looking at the surface. Stop being shallow and get deep into your thinking and know who is for you and who's against you. Just like me. I don't care. But the truth is going to be told.
Like
that's where I operate from. That's my passion. That's my efforts. That's my work. And when people come onto my channel and start talking about, oh, I shouldn't be doing things this way or doing things that way, look, who paid for this?
Now let's talk. Because see, people got choices. You either want the truth and get better and prosper like I am doing, or you keep following the same old broken tracks and continue to go check to check. And in between, you hollering about, I don't have enough to make it to the end of the week. I don't have this. I don't have that. Nobody trying to keep hearing all that. Because the word of God tells you how to do this. And then you have the real people who believe and trust by faith the how to do it. And if you still don't want to listen, it's nobody can help you at that point.
Nope. No, ma'am.
I said it. That's my word. As a matter of fact, that's my closure right there.
Okay. This has been eye-opening, and I may do a live tomorrow because I want to play the other 2 videos that you sent me on Alicia and Citizen Kane. So
okay.
I still have the email, so I'll leave those open so we can come on before I go to PA, and we can come on and share that and discuss that. But I tell you, we are not going to stop. We are actively preparing for the 2026 midterms. And you know that whenever Prosperity's on here, you know she's going to drop truth, bombs, nuggets, all of that. Tim, you 2 lovely ladies are great Americans. I have to go. Lovely hearing you, and I'll try and catch you again. Time zones are difficult. Thank you, Tim. Oh,
thank you.
Thank you, love. Thank you. We're so glad you were able to come in with us. I'm going to wave goodbye to Tim because he's leaving. Thank you.
Be blessed, Tim.
Oh, yeah. God bless you. There are thousands of content creators here on YouTube. So if you spend your time here with us, it's a big deal. And we just try to share information with you Tim, yeah, have a good night, dear. And Tim said he just subbed up to your channel. Tim, I just dropped the link. Yeah. Check out the link I just dropped so you can hear this Somalian immigrant say some horrible things about white Americans on TikTok. Yeah. So call Trump, Tom Homan, ICE, get these people out. Much love to you, Martian Mello. Much love to you. Oh, Tim. Okay. Yeah. Well, Tim, check out the video anyway, because we tear him a new one. Okay. Me and everyone in the comments section. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. And we'll get out of here. Thank you, Miss Prosperity.
Thank you, Tina. Blessings.
Yes. I don't know. What's tomorrow? Monday? I don't know. I'm going to try to jump on live. You know, I'm going back to Allentown, PA for my Christmas break for a few days, see Dad. And I don't know if I may come on tomorrow, but I know I won't be on Wednesday because I'll be driving. I have a 12-hour drive. Excuse me, Tuesday I have a 12-hour drive. But just keep checking your notifications and I'll come back on whenever I'm set and I've unloaded the truck with my suitcases and everything and I'm stable. Yeah, thank you so much. Cheryl said the chats are fire. Thank you. We love you.
When God is in it, it's going to do it. It's going to do it. God to do it.
Yes, he will. Always. So coming to talk to you right now in the chat section. We love you. Be safe. And we'll see you hopefully maybe tomorrow.
Amen. Be blessed.
Right. Bye.